time believing it stay this way. Now remember, at John Marshall, what happened? It was in the second quarter, early in the second quarter, that we had the big run by John Marshall. So I think these next 3 minutes are a huge key for Mayo's defense.
We'd like to recognize the cheerleader advisor, Cheryl Lehman, and the cheerleaders, Jennifer Bale, Angie Broberg, Gina Driscoll, Carrie Ginder, Angie Johnson, and Lori Kelly from the Mayo Spartans.
Oh, here's a 3 attempt from way outside, Jeff. I mean, that he was out there in the NBA range. Troy Brown nailing a 3.
So a big start for the Rockets right off the bat. And a traveling on Michael Restovich.
You know, Coach,
and also for the Mayo Spartans, we'd like to recognize the cheerleader advisor and for the John Marshall Rockets, cheerleader advisor Ann Pittenger, cheerleader Santina Rendon. Solheim inside, he's fouled.
Great move by the big guy.
Becky Papp, Colleen Conan, Jesse Ellis, Rhonda Burmeister, and Kelly Rogers. So good job, girls, and they do a great job in inspiring the crowd to stay behind their team throughout the game.
They certainly do. You hear a lot of noise here, and they're the reason.
So the foul on John Doctor, his first, the team's fourth, and Brent Solheim to the line.
And nice interior passer, by the way. Troy Brown hit a three-pointer last time. He faked it this time, bounce pass inside to Solheim, and he made a great head fake and went to the hole.
Up and in.
Solheim, 77% free throw shooter this year. He's tough all the way around.
Nothing but the bottom of the net on those two shots. And pass ahead to Hebel from Smith.
Oh, he had an open man on his left side, and he missed him.
To Restovich. Restovich now. Inside to Flaby. Check that, Craig Roberts. Rex Smith up and in.
There he is again. I'm telling you, that guy can rebound on the offensive end as good as any high school player around. That's where he gets a lot of his points.
Shot up and out. Rebound is off, and Restovich takes it away.
Well, Troy Brown saying, hey, I made one, I'll make another, but the three-pointer just wiggles its way out of the rim.
Doctor now drives into the paint.
Oh,
up and
nice
in.
move.
Draws the foul.
The Doctor is in, Jeff. You know, Doctor was wide open on the last sequence down, and Hebel didn't see him on that fast break. They had a 3-on-2, and so Doctor probably feeling a little frustration. He decided, I'm going to take it to the hole myself this time. Showing nice form on the free throw. He's leading free throw shooter for this team, hitting at 74.5% on the year.
Doctor with 4 points now in the game. Pass out to the middle now to Jeff Smith. Mayo Spartans lead by 1, 16-15 with 6:34 remaining in the second quarter. Long shot by Smith, up and off the iron, and the rebound to Rex Smith. He knows how to keep that ball moving. Nobody's going to tie him up. Hebel now into Doctor. Doctor all the way across to Restovich into the paint. Hook shot, up and off, and a foul.
Looked like the old Magic Johnson baby hook sliding and gliding across the lane there.
And the foul is on number 50, Mark Woodrich, his second.
I've got Doctor for a couple more offensive rebounds, doing a good job on the boards tonight.
So JM and Mayo each with 4 team fouls here in the first half.
And they're going to give Doctor a rest. O'Connell comes in. He's been working real hard in the paint for him here in this first part of the game.
So Hebel now with Smith on him.
Here's the isolation. Restovich against Solheim. Is he going to try it? No, he passes out.
So Hebel now down low, tipped away by number 40, Matt Butler.
I'm curious to see how much gusto Restovich has taking Solheim one-on-one. He's done it once tonight.
And in comes Flaby for the Mayo Spartans, and out will go number 55, Craig Roberts. So in there now for the Spartans, Hebel, O'Connell, Flaby, Smith, and Restovich. For the Rockets, it's Solheim, Butler, Smith, Brown, and number 34, Ken Carmen.
Oh, there's a nice
Inside
lob pass.
To Smith, up and in.
Nice pass, interior passing by Restovich. You know, he's got 4 assists, I have him, in the first part of this game already, Jeff.
So 18-15. I think it's been Mayo's 3 points has been Mayo's biggest lead.
The pace here certainly favors the Spartans, don't you think?
Yeah, especially on their home floor, in front of their home crowd. Smith now out to Solheim.
You know,
guarded by O'Connell. Solheim into the paint.
Tough shot. Off balance, falling away. Not really a good shot to take.
No, you'd have to almost scoop it up and lay it in with the finger roll. 5:02 now remaining in the second quarter.
I think JM's trying to live and die by the three-pointer tonight. They've launched up 4 or 5, and they're just not getting good looks at the basket so far. Well, they've had a few good looks, but they haven't made them.
So Flaby down to Restovich, into Rex Smith. Flying pass, comes off out of bounds, and it's given to the Mayo Spartans.
That was a great pass by Rex Smith, driving down the left side of the lane, flipped it over his shoulder, and O'Connell just couldn't make it go.
Talk about the strength that Smith has in making that pass. Solheim now draws the foul.
Oh, nice hesitation move by Brent Solheim to draw the foul there from Rex Smith.
And to tell you the truth, he pulled that up. It looked like he did that personally. He wanted to draw the foul.
Yeah,
he didn't really have a good look at the basket.
No, he was actually on his way down after the peak of his jump, and I think Solheim's thinking, you know, if you can get Rex Smith out of the interior there, it's going to open up a lot more scoring for Brent Solheim.
That's just what happened as Smith has left the game now, and into the game for the Spartans comes number 45, John Doctor. Let's see. We got Doctor, Restovich, 43, Ryan O'Connell, number 21, Rich Hebel, and number 31.
And he missed a free throw.
Jerry Flaby.
I think Solheim will take those free throws all night long, Jeff. Just put him at the line.
Did he?
He missed that last one. He's 3 out of 4 from the line, though, and he's going to give you 75% plus every night.
So Hebel now brings it ahead for the Spartans.
Great defense by Jess Smith out on top there. He's really nagging Hebel when he has the ball. Look at this. Mayo has a hard time getting the ball inside that three-point line. There we go.
Restovich baseline gets Solheim up in the air and puts it up and in.
Nice move there. You know, I noticed Restovich moves awful well without the ball. When the passer's in trouble, he gets down there and gets the ball and takes it to the hole.
6 points for Restovich, and the Spartans have 20. 3:45 now remaining. Solheim inside, up and in.
There we go. Nice interior passing. And you know something, Jeff? This John Marshall team has got to show more patience on that interior pass.
9 for the Rocket. Brent Solheim thus far out of the 18 that they have. That's right. They need to work the ball. Draw some more fouls.
Yes, when they get in a hurry and try to get down into them, it doesn't happen. But in the last 3 sequences, they've taken their time, they wait for the opportunity, and then take advantage. Restovich is going to go in.
Kiefer's got this team pumped, though. You can see it.
He sure does. You know, Restovich just went way too deep into the paint there.
Jess Smith ahead to Solheim, who loses it, and Restovich comes up with it to Hebel.
Now Restovich has got to be careful not to get a little too aggressive here.
Flaby, up and in. Check that. It was not Flaby. It was number 40, O'Connell.
And who threw the assist there? I believe it was Restovich again.
And the shot up by number 55, Craig Roberts.
We got a little controversy out here. Did you see what that's all about?
Well, referee behind the play called a jump ball, and the referee that was right on top of the action called something else. And I don't see...
Almost stolen away by Jess Smith, and got turned around and in a twist, a half pike there, I think, and Mayo comes up with the ball.
So John Doctor now passes back to Flaby.
They need to look for Doctor inside.
Flaby takes it to the hole, up and in.
Flaby made a nice shot. He missed a layup opportunity for Doctor, though.
Wide open.
A great hustle by Doctor. That's the kind of energy he brings to this team when he's in there. He's all firepower. Working on the inside, defensive and offensive, almost forcing a turnover, but for sure saving 2 points.
And Roberts could have easily faked that pass and took the easy jump shot. Just making some bad decisions right now. They trail by 6, the biggest Biggest lead by the Mayo Spartans thus far.
Well, he couldn't resist the temptation to throw it in there for a layup, but he underestimated Doctor's quickness there.
Exactly. Always wanted to get as close as the hole as he can. And outside Carmen now, up and out. The rebound by the Rockets, Will Kurth. And there's going to be a foul.
Nice rebounding by Kurth on the interior. You know, these shots that are not falling by John Marshall, Jeff, they're just rimming out, rolling and spinning. I mean, they're all real close shots. No real bad shots yet.
Just seems like they're just missing that little touch that they need.
Yeah.
Looked like they had it to start the second quarter when they hit that three right away and then came back with a...
It's kind of a bull and a half a Wheaties shot going tonight, Jeff. Just a little bit on the too much side.
So now coming in again is number 13, Eric Edstrom for the Spartans. And going out, number 25, Michael Restovich for a break.
34 shooting the free throws. He's a 20% free throw shooter on the year.
34, Ken Carmen sits down and into the game. Back into the game for the Rockets. Number 40, Matt Butler. Shot up and out. Edstrom with the rebound. And number 5, Mark Wiesbrod is in the game. He has it. Passes back to Hebo. Back to Wiesbrod. Across to Edstrom. Edstrom now to Hebo.
Kiefer trying to rest a couple of his starters here.
Back to Wiesbrod. Over to number 45, John Doctor. Back to Hebo. Across to Craig Roberts.
Looks like the old North Carolina four-corner stall to me.
Back to Hebo. And there's going to be a foul on Jeff Smith, his second.
I got to believe Mark Kiefer would be happy to go to the locker room with a 5-point edge here at home, Jeff.
1:28 remaining in the first half. The Mayo Spartans leading the John Marshall Rockets 24-19. And John Marshall, one of the teams in the state that received 20 votes to be in the top 10. They came up short. They're roughly 14th right now in the state.
Restovich on the bench, and you see with Restovich sitting down, they don't have a whole lot of direction on this offense, Jeff. They just seem to be at odds with himself. Can't really find a pattern or where to go or a go-to man. And we see all this passing out on the exterior of the perimeter, and when Restovich is in there, they're looking for him, and he's moving without the ball. So this is a different team without Mike Restovich, to say the least.
Well, they got a lot of their big guys out right now.
Flaby sitting down, Restovich, and
Rex Smith with 2 fouls.
Yes.
So
we're looking at a second unit here right now, and I think we're just biding time.
Kiefer's got to be happy, though.
Yeah.
He's resting his whole front line for the second half.
Nice drive, and Hebo loses control.
And there's going to be a foul.
I'll tell you what, Hebo, he seems to get open driving down that lane, but that ball gets stuck on his hip or some other body part.
And number 55, Troy Brown, the foul is called, and that's his second. I only had him down for 1, but now they say 2.
Well, Wiesbrod going to the line with a 50% free throw percentage on the year. He can improve on that here. Should get 2 shots. And
Up and in. So a nice shot there, both front and back rim before it fell through.
Yeah, he took the nickel tour on that rim.
And the Spartans are up again by 6 now. 56.2 seconds remaining here in the first half on this Big 9 Conference Boys High School basketball game on a Channel 11 Sports Special. Rebound, Ken Carmen for the John Marshall Rockets, ahead to Jeff Smith. Guarded there by John Doctor.
They've got to look to exploit this unit now. JM should get aggressive, get the ball into Solheim, and go right for the hole.
And they're looking inside, but they had to come back out to Carmen, who almost lost it over the center line. Back to Jeff Smith.
Okay, now he's got a man open on a baseline.
Over to Carmen. Carmen.
There it is.
Into Solheim on the baseline. Lays it up.
Oh, what a move. Big time move by Solheim. He went up on one side of the rim, came up on the other, and nice spin shot.
And it's down to 4 points now with 14 seconds left here in the first half. Hebel now passes back to Roberts, out to Wiesbrod. 8 seconds. 7, 6.
Want to get a shot up here.
Kicked away by Hebel. Hebel over to Roberts. Up and out. And that's the end of the first half with the score. The Mayo Spartans 25, the John Marshall Rockets 21. And once again, Mitch, the key here has been Solheim has still gotten about 11 points in the first half, but the Mayo Spartans have played a nice defense. They've spread the scoring around. And what else you got there?
Well, I think everything's going according to plan for Mark Kiefer. I mean, this is one of those situations. He said, throw out the stats, throw out the records. This is a rivalry. It's an inter-city rivalry. Mayo wins tonight. It's 33 games to 33 games in the history of this series. And tonight, I'd have to say that JM is a little bit off their game, but let's give some credit to the Mayo Spartan defense.
And tonight at halftime, once again, we'll have the Spartan Spirits dance line. Scoring in the first half, Jess Smith with 2, Mark Woodrich with 2, Brent Solheim with 11, Troy Brown with 3, and Will Kurth with 3. For the Mayo Spartans, it's Rich Hebel with 2, Michael Restovich with 6, John Doctor with 4, Rex Smith with 6, Mike Weisbrod with 1, Jerry Flavey with 2, and Ryan O'Connell with 2.
And so far, Restovich not only has 6 points, but 5 assists. He's playing like a big-time point guard out there tonight, getting the ball in the corner, watching for the interior cut.
So here we go now with the Spartan Spirits dance line at halftime. All right, so great job by the Spartan Spirits. And once again, we'd like to thank you for watching this Channel 11 Sports Special, Big 9 Conference Boys High School Basketball, coming to you from Bob Endick's gym on the beautiful campus of Mayo Senior High School. And tonight, color commentator Mitch Anthony, technical director Tony Condon, and camera operators Kevin Peterson and Andrea Chris, along with the scoreboard operator tonight, Corey Belcher, down below. And I'm Jeff Leaders. And a barn burner of a game we've got thus far, 25-21. The Mayo Spartans in a surprising halftime lead, you have to think. But once again, when these two teams meet, you throw everything out the window.
I kept waiting for John Marshall to go into a streak, get the running game going, and exploit a little bit of their athleticism, but it just hasn't happened so far. And I got to take my hat off to the preparation Mark Kiefer did with this Mayo team. They're playing defense, they're on their toes. And the other side of the coin here is that John Marshall's got a lot of shots that just aren't falling in. They're not bad shots, they're just not finding the bottom of the net.
Once again, we'd like to take this opportunity to ask our viewers to give us their views on how we do on these games. Call our viewer response line at 285-8003, and please leave a message. You don't have to tell us your name or your phone number, but tell us what you think of the broadcasts that we bring you on Channel 11, whether it be sports, concerts, 535 Live, or school board meetings. 285-8003.
If they leave a negative message, would you like to have their phone number so you can return the favor, Jeff? Or
hey, any criticism that can help us improve, we welcome. So we look across the scoring once again. The scoring leader for the John Marshall Rockets right now, Brent Solheim with 11. Then we have Troy Brown and Will Kurth each with 3. Jess Smith and Mark Woodrich each with 2. For the Mayo Spartans, it's a much more balanced scoring attack with Michael Restovich and Rex Smith with 6 each. John Doctor with 4 and Jerry Flaby with 4. Then Rich Ebel with 2, Ryan O'Connell with 2, and Mark Weisbrod with 1.
And so far, something I brought up just at the end of the first half, I'm just amazed here at the passing efficiency of Restovich. I mean, here's a guy who's really a postman who's got 5 assists, a couple steals. I've got him for about 5 rebounds, and please, we ask our callers not to call in on my rebounding statistic accuracy there, Jeff. But we know he's got 6 points. So, I mean, here's a guy in the NBA, they'd say he's well on his way to a triple-double tonight, maybe a quadruple-double like David Robinson pulled off.
Well, you got him from the coach, so I don't think you have to worry. They can take it up with him if they have a problem. Once again, congratulations to the Mayo Spartans hockey team who edged Owatonna the other night for at least a share of the Big 9 Conference title in hockey. And the Mayo girls are number 1 in the state with 7 votes overall, as they are 17-2 in their overall record, and they are on top in Class AA girls basketball. And here we look at the John Marshall Rockets trailing by 4, and you had some statistics there, Mitch, about the quarters that John Marshall plays the best in, and